Top of the fourth inning from Winston-Salem. 2-0 Maryland on top of West Virginia in this elimination game in the Winston-Salem Regional. Winner advances to play Wake Forest tonight, and if that team can win again, they play tomorrow. Tyler Blome out to the mound for his fourth inning of work. He'll face 2-3-4 in the West Virginia order, led off by Ivan Gonzalez. First pitch, in for a strike, 0-1. Gonzalez, a right-handed hitter, also the catcher for West Virginia, 0-for-1 with a pop out in this game. Blome into the wind, his 0-1 is in the dirt, and the count 1-1. No runs, no hits, no errors so far for West Virginia. The lone base runner came on a walk in the first inning. Blome worked from the third base side, his 1-1, outside, 2-1. Blome has thrown 44 pitches so far. 43, excuse me. 23 strikes, 20 balls. Behind in the count, 2-1 on Gonzalez. His delivery, low ball 3. Terps of the 2 runs come off a solo home run from Marty Costas and an RBI double from Brandon Gum. 3 balls and a strike to count. Blome winds and deals. Outside, ball 4. So leadoff man on for the Mountaineers.
Well, that breaks a streak of 7 straight retired by Blome. He cruised through the second and third innings. But now the second time through the order, it'll be interesting to see how these Mountaineer hitters adjust.
A number of them hit the ball hard off Blome the first time through, but all of the hard hit balls were on the ground and turned into groundouts. Here's Darius Hill, the right fielder. Left-on-left matchup with Blome. Gonzalez leads off first. Blome looks at him. First pitch, low, ball 1. Gonzalez has stolen 4 bases in 6 tries this year. And before anything else happens, we will have a visit to the mound from Terps pitching coach Ryan Fecteau. He'll speak with his freshman left-hander. Both bullpens quiet here, but no doubt leashes are short. Terps on top 2-0 in the top of the fourth inning. The entire infield joined on the mound, speaking with Blome and Coach Fecteau on this beautiful sunny Sunday afternoon from Winston-Salem. Could be a championship Sunday. Could be championship Monday tomorrow, depending on how things shake out. Home plate umpire Tim Vesey heading out to the mound to break up the conversation between all of the Terps. Coach Fecteau heads back to the dugout, and we'll get ready to go again. 1-0 the count on the Mountaineer 3-hitter Darius Hill, who walked in the first. In the game on Friday, Hill had a single in 4 tries and a run scored in the Mountaineer win over Maryland. Gonzalez on first, no one out. Count 1-0. Blome comes set, looks at first and deals. Inside and low, 2-0. So Blome struggling to find the strike zone a little bit in this fourth inning after such a strong start to the game. Throw over to first, and Gonzalez is back. A.J. Lee plays about 2 steps behind the bag at third on the first 2 pitches of this at-bat. He was even, if not in front of the bag. 2-0. Missed low, and the count 3-0. That pitch very close, but Blome doesn't get the call, and now he's in danger of walking his second straight hitter. And John Murphy has jogged out to the bullpen, and he is about to start throwing. 3 balls, no strikes, the count on Hill. Blome deals. In for a strike, 3-1. And this is where danger can loom if you are Maryland. You're up by 2 runs. There's a man on for West Virginia. If you get behind in the count 3-1, you don't want to groove a pitch in this park. 3-1. Lined into right field, a base hit. Gonzalez takes the turnaround second. He's headed to third. Costas hits it, gets it into the cutoff man. And it's first and third with no one out for West Virginia on the single from Darius Hill. Now the opportunity falls to Cole Austin, who had 3 RBIs in the Mountaineers' win on Friday. It's a left-on-right matchup as Justin Morris comes out from behind the plate and gives some signs to his defense. Middle shaded for a double play. A.J. Lee in front of the bag at third. Brandon Gum holds the runner on first. Austin, 42 RBIs on the year. That comes in 57 games. First pitch. High, 1-0.
And if Blome continues to struggle here against Cole Austin, might see John Murphy sooner rather than later.
1 ball, no strikes on the right-handed hitter. Blome throws to first, and diving back in, Darius Hill. Blome has faced 12 batters in this game, only 6 first pitch strikes, and his pitch count up to 51. 1-0 the count. Blome from the third base side of the rubber. He deals. Low again, 2-0. And pretty much out of nowhere, the strike zone has eluded the freshman. Murphy warming up with a little bit more urgency now as it's 2-0. First and third, no one out for West Virginia, top 4. Terps on top, 2-0. 2-0. In the dirt, great block by Morris, but the count now 3-0.
That's the third straight 3-ball count for Tyler Blome to start this frame.
So Tyler, the Big Ten freshman of the year who was sailing through 3 innings, has hit quite the speed bump in the 4th. 3-0. Outside ball 4, and the bases are loaded with nobody out. And in an elimination game, it'll be interesting to see how much longer the Terps coaching staff can stick with Blome. Morris and Smith out at the mound talking with Tyler. Could just be giving Murphy a few more seconds to warm up. This inning has been produced for West Virginia on a walk, a single, and another walk. And the batter is now Jackson Kramer. Kramer grounded out to second in the first inning. So while over the last 4 years had been very good against the Terps, in this regional he is 0 for 5. Looks like Maryland is sticking with Blome. Bases loaded, no one out. The Terps on top 2-0. Now time called, and as I said that, Ryan Fecteau comes out of the dugout, and that is going to do it for Tyler Blome. He goes 3+ innings, allows 1 hit, but the bugaboo, he walked 3, and it looks like he will leave with the bases loaded and no one out. Fecteau has not made the move yet. And now, home plate umpire Tim Vesey makes the move for him. John Murphy will be coming into this game with the bases loaded and no one out, and a 2-run deficit for West Virginia, but the Mountaineers threatening in the top of the 4th. You're listening to the Maryland Baseball Network. New pitcher for Maryland, the right-handed sophomore from New Jersey, John Murphy. He takes over with the bases loaded and no one out in the top of the 4th, and he will face Jackson Kramer. Murphy on the season, a 1.26 ERA in 16 appearances, 2 wins, no losses, 1 save in 28 2/3 innings. Right on left matchup between Murphy and Kramer. Bases loaded, no one out for West Virginia, trailing by 2 runs. Murphy working out of the stretch from the first base side of the rubber. Middle back, corners back as well, playing for a double play. First pitch, low, 1-0. In the Big Ten tournament last week, John Murphy was 2-0 in 2 relief appearances and 6 scoreless innings. The first came in the game against Purdue, came in with first and second, no one out, and proceeded to strike out 3 batters to get out of that inning. See what he can do here. 1 ball and no strikes. The pitch. Popped foul up the third base line and out of play into the bullpen. Count 1-1. Murphy relieving Tyler Blome, who went 3+, allowed 1 hit, 3 walks, struck out 4. He's responsible for all 3 men on base. Blome threw 50 pitches. Murphy comes set. 1-1. High, ball 2. In 28 2/3 innings of work, Murphy has allowed just 18 hits, only 8 walks, and he struck out 23. Opponents hit just 175 against the right-hander. He's behind, however, 2-1 on Kramer. Bases loaded, nobody out. Murphy comes set. His 2-1. Fouled back, 2-2. Murphy has emerged down the stretch as probably the most reliable option out of the bullpen outside of Ryan Selmer for the Terps. And he's the first one out of the pen today in this loser go home game between Maryland and West Virginia. 2 balls and 2 strikes, the count on Jackson Kramer. He grounded out to second his first time. Murphy comes set. 2-2 pitch. Grounded to first, but outside the line, foul, and the count holds at 2-2.
That one awfully close to being extra bases for Jackson Kramer. Not hit very hard, but Gum playing deep a little bit off the line as well. Might have snuck by him if it stayed fair. Could have tied the ball game.
Terps playing for a double play on any ground ball to the infield. Likely, unless it's hit back to Murphy at the mound, he would probably come home with it. Count sits at 2 balls and 2 strikes on the left-handed hitting Kramer. Slightly open stance. Murphy sets. His pitch. Popped foul, third base side out of play, and we'll do it again at 2-2. That was a 92-mile-an-hour fastball from the right-hander. Murphy from the state of New Jersey and Gloucester Catholic, same high school as former Terp Mike Schwarin, who was promoted today out of low A ball in the Red Sox system, ranked by MLB.com as their 12th best prospect. And, well, he's been dominating the minor leagues. John Murphy, 2-2 count on Kramer. Bases loaded, no one out still. The righty looks in, sets at the letters. His pitch, up and in, nearly drilled Kramer, and the count now full.
Well, perhaps the biggest pitch of the ball game coming up right now, Justin. Nowhere to put Kramer with the bases loaded.
Gonzalez off third, Hill on second, Austin on first. 2 walks and a single have set up this inning. Count full on Kramer. The first batter John Murphy has faced in this NCAA regional. The righty ready on the mound. Payoff pitch. Fouled back. Kramer just got a piece of a 94-mile-an-hour fastball up in the zone. For the second straight time, when West Virginia and Maryland have played, the Mountaineer fans have outnumbered the Maryland fans by a little bit. The Mountaineer faithful trying to make some noise right now. 3 balls, 2 strikes, the count on Kramer. Murphy looks in, has a sign from Morris. Another payoff pitch. Popped him up, foul, third base side, out of play again. And we will do it again. 10th pitch of the at-bat upcoming. Murphy came in for Tyler Blome, who sailed through 3 innings of work. In the 4th, he hit, well, quite the speed bump. A walk, a single, and another walk, and was taken out of the game. Terps still lead this 2-0, but a dangerous spot. Bases loaded, no one out, full count on Jackson Kramer. John Murphy, the righty on the mound for the Terps. Another payoff. On the outside corner, strike 3. Murphy sets down Kramer for the first out.
And what a sequence from John Murphy to make pitch after pitch after pitch, 3 in a full count situation. Kramer, who leads the Mountaineers in home runs, just kept battling them off. And it's the sophomore Murphy who really has emerged late in the season. A big first out.
Now it's Kyle Davis, who hit 2 home runs off of Brian Schaefer on Friday. Bases loaded, 1 out. Terps still up by 2. Lee a step behind the bag at third. Everyone else playing deep for the double play. Right on right matchup. Murphy sets. First pitch. High, 1-0. In a bases loaded situation with no one out, as a pitcher, you say to yourself, all I need is one out without the run scoring, and then a ground ball gets me out of the inning. Well, Murphy got the strikeout he needed. Now if he can get a ground ball, the Terps might escape the fourth unscathed. 1 ball, no strikes, the count on Davis. Murphy deals. High again, ball 2. On the other side of the equation, although Kramer struck out, he still worked a 10-pitch at-bat. A lot of stressful tosses from Murphy on the mound. So trying to avoid a letdown against Davis. 2 balls, no strikes, the count on the righty. Murphy comes set, the pitch, fouled back, 2-1. Cade Stroud, who is the starter for West Virginia, well, he's been sitting on the bench for quite a while. There have been a lot of pitches thrown, a pitching change in this inning. So he'll go out to the bullpen and try and keep his arm loose. Justin Morris out to the mound to talk with Murphy. Murphy was a specialist getting out of jams in the Big Ten tournament. In total, worked 6 scoreless innings and got 2 victories, and was something of a snub from the all-tournament team, although there were other relievers who were very solid in that tournament. Most notably, Josh Marching of Iowa. But Murphy was tremendous, and here he's in a tough spot again. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count on Davis. The righty Murphy sets at the letters. He deals. Strike 2, fastball on the outside corner. You can hear all the umpires wearing West Virginia gear, not happy with that call. Count even at 2-2. Bases loaded, 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Maryland leads this game 2-0. Murphy looking to pull a rabbit out of his hat. He takes a deep breath and comes set again. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Murphy lets out a yell on the mound. He's struck out back-to-back Mountaineers, and he is 1 out away from getting out of the 4th. Braden Zarbniski, the hitter, now a lefty. Bases loaded, 2 outs. John Murphy came into this game with the bases loaded and nobody out. Struck out Kramer, struck out Davis, and he's 1 out away from helping the Terps hold on to this 2-0 lead. Right on left matchup. First pitch. Outside, 1-0. A breaking ball didn't quite get back to the plate. Zarbniski struck out looking in his first time, and he was one of 2 starters for the Mountaineers who didn't have a hit in the game on Friday. Struck out twice and flew out twice. 1-0 the count. Murphy deals. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Fastball at 90 miles an hour, blown right by Zarbniski. Braden, kind of a slap-hitting lefty. Mostly singles from him. One of those would likely tie the game. Gonzalez on third, Hill on second, and Austin on first. 2 away. Terps up 2-0. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. John Murphy is fired up on the mound right now, and he's 1 pitch away from doing one of the hardest things in baseball, getting out of a bases loaded, no one out jam without giving up a run. The Terrapin fans start putting their hands together, encouraging the sophomore from New Jersey. Murphy comes set. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. John Murphy did it. He comes in with the bases loaded and no one out and strikes out 3 hitters in a row for West Virginia. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 3 left on base. We head to the bottom of the 4th here in Winston-Salem, and it's still 2-0 Terps on the Maryland Baseball Network. Take a look at our leaders while we have the opportunity. Gia Malata has a 6-kill advantage of anyone else on the Maryland roster. She's got 9. A little bit more parity for Michigan. 6 for Kiefer Wright, 5 for Scott, 4 for Cole, and 4 for Allie Davis.
see Michigan breaks their huddle a little bit early.
Mark Rosen looking for the right recipe to turn this match around, while Steve Aird looking to keep the momentum and hoping his team can pick up Big Ten win number 1 of 2016. Gia Milana will serve with a 2-point advantage. Maryland 7 points away from another set victory. Abby Cole got blocked. Maryland on the other side. Gaskin, good dig. Another block, another good dig by Jenna Lerg of Michigan. Long shot by Murphy. Now McGregor, long point here. Davis puts it down.
Maryland had a chance to go on the offensive. McGregor needed to be a little bit more aggressive with that shot over the net. Gave Michigan a chance to reset up, go back on the offensive and win that point.
18-17 Maryland in the second set. As you see on your scoreboard on the bottom of your screen, 1-0 Terps in sets. Milana had it dug out by Welsh. Other side, Michigan got dug themselves. McGregor. Now Davis again. Another long point. And now hitting it out is Megan McTighe. It seems like a few times in these last couple of points, Liam, Ashlyn McGregor has been caught a little bit out of place where she's not getting the perfect contact on the ball. Looks off balance a little bit. Here's Gaskin, change up, doesn't work. Davis tries the same tactic, but Maryland ready for it. Milana from the back line. High dig by Lerg. Davis has to put it over. Now they set up McGregor. Hesitation, but Michigan's ready. Davis again. Maryland keeps it alive. Milana, change up, no. Here's Davis. And the block out of bounds. Great volleyball right there. 19-18 Michigan, their first lead of the set.
We saw a more powerful spike there by McGregor. What I was going to say before that long point was, with Milana in the back and Gaskin up front, they got to go more to her. The spike continues.
McTighe puts it down. Big shot from the freshman, Megan McTighe. And it's back even at 19. We were back and forth even pretty deep into the first set before Maryland took charge. We'll see if either side can do that in this second set. Opportunity here, and taking advantage is Angel Gaskin. As we've mentioned, she's dealing with some sort of upper body injury, but it does not look like it. 20-19 Maryland, and putting it down is Haley Murray. Back-to-back points. That Michigan passes have sailed over the net and turned into easily Maryland opportunities. Terps looking to keep the momentum. Cole got blocked. 4 touches. Terps point, 22-19.
What's so impressive about this is this is all without McGregor on the front line. That's 3 consecutive points that the defense has done a good job turning those into points.
Maryland still on serve. They'll set up Cole off a hand, and that'll go out, and Michigan picks up point number 20. Cole, second team All-American last year, honorable mention the year before. Unanimous all Big Ten preseason this year. Just a little bit off today, but she earned a point there. Here come the Terps. They set up. McTighe, great dig. Other side, Milana, and she puts it away, 23-20. Gia Milana is on fire. Serving for Maryland will be Nell Drummy, the freshman from Silver Spring. 23-20. 2 points away from the set are the Terps. Serve comes over. Set up. And that's going to be long for Murphy. And the Terps have a number of set points here, looking for a 2-0 advantage. The crowd in College Park on its feet. Here we go. Murphy puts it away. 24-21.
For a brief moment, it looked like that ball had sailed out, too. You saw Maryland start to get excited. They got to keep their composure and put away this set.
And that is into the net. And it's a 2-0 Terps lead. 25-21. 25-21. The teams head to the locker room. And we'll take a break here on BTN Student U in College Park. So it's 71-70. Minnesota has it. 3:05 to go. Here's Nate Mason. Maryland's 5 of 10 at the free throw line. Minnesota 17 for 21. Coffey, top of the key. Spins around. Herder lost the ball. Here comes Cowan. It's 3-on-1. Bounce pass Trimble inside. Layup is good and one. Mello Trimble puts the Terps back on top.
We mentioned this earlier, how the court is lifted. Well, Maryland's entire bench just jumped up onto the court, and all of them celebrated at once. I don't know how many times they can get away with an entire team celebration jumping onto the court, but Mello Trimble does what he does best, absorbs contact and finishes.
Trimble at the line, shooting one more. Couple of dribbles. It's up and good. 73-71 Maryland, 2:49 to go. Both teams 2 timeouts remaining if they would like to use them. Coffey, Mason on the wing. Back to Springs, and now a dribble handoff to Coffey in the corner. The lefty comes to the top of the key. Mason open for a 3, he got it! Nate Mason puts Minnesota back on top. 2:20 to go, 74-73 Minnesota. Cowan hands off to Herder. Now Jackson driving inside. Lefty layup is good and one. A block called on Curry, and the Terps go back on top. Just body blow after body blow on both ends of the court.
And I thought Curry got there on time, too. I think he's got a good reason to argue.
They called it in the restricted area.
And that was what I was about to say, unless he was in the restricted zone, and it looked like he was.
Jackson back at the line, looking to continue his career day. Crowd is not happy, but I don't think they understand what the call was. Here's a couple dribbles, free throw up and good. 76-74 Maryland. DeMonte Dodd in, he will replace Bender. 2:11 to go, 76-74 Terps. Both teams in the double bonus. Mason brings it across, hands off to Springs. Now Coffey. Crowd wanted a loose ball, foul, didn't get it. Mason at the top. 15 on the shot clock. Under 2 minutes to go. Mason guarded by Cowan. Backs it back out. Right at the top of the key. Crossover. Drives inside. Hands it off. Lost the ball. Foul on Cowan, and now he's unhappy. Mark Turgeon dropped to his knees.
And Cowan's furious. I mean, truthfully, from our angle, which was where the official had made the call with his back towards Cowan, it looks like Cowan certainly swipes across. And again, from our angle, it looked like a definite foul.
Mason at the line. First free throw is good. Makes it a 1-point game. He is 7 for 7 at the charity stripe today. Bender in, Dodd out.
Offense for defense.
And Liam, you know what they say. If both teams, the crowd, the broadcasters, the mascot, if everyone's unhappy with the refs, then they are doing their job.
They certainly have been today. They've let calls go throughout most of it. but they've had a quick whistle in the second half.
Second free throw from Mason is good, and we're all knotted up at 76. 1:45 to go in Minneapolis. The crowd rises to its feet. Cowan to Jackson, back to Herder, and Trimble at the top. Trimble gets a screen inside. Herder in the corner, a three. He got it! Kevin Herder. It's 79-76 Maryland.
Didn't think that pass had enough mustard on it. Herder caught it on a bounce.
Other way. Murphy inside, layup, good and one! And even Bender is done for the day. How many times can these two teams match each other?
And Bender was there. Bender was in the right spot, but he took a step forward at the last second. He might have put his arms a little bit forward. You got to keep him straight up. That's going to lead to Bender taking a seat. Now it's going to be DeMonte Dodd. Now, if you're Mark Turgeon, who do you go to in the offense for defense scenario? Do you go with, maybe an LG Gill? Do you go with Tchaikovsky? Do you keep Dodd out there the whole time and risk him fouling out? 1:19 left to go. That's plenty of basketball.
Well, the thing to remember is that Reggie Lynch has fouled out for Minnesota, so their tallest man on the court right now is Eric Curry at 6'9". LG Gill is 6'8". So if Maryland wants to go without a center, they certainly can. Murphy at the line looking to tie the game. He has 10 points. One of 5 double-figure scorers for the Gophers. His free throw is short. Trimble's got the rebound from Maryland. 1:15 to go, 79-78. Terps on top. Looking to stay even with Wisconsin atop the Big Ten. Trimble at the top. Gets a screen from Dodd. Switched Lynch on him. Trimble inside, layup, no good. Tapped out. Jackson's got the rebound. He's fouled, and he will go to the line. Top of the third here in College Park. No score between Maryland and Bryant on the Maryland Baseball Network. Justin Gallanty with you. Brian Schaefer back out for his third inning of work. The sun is now out here. However, it has not gotten any warmer. Still sub 40-degree temperatures. Schaefer has set down the first 6 batters he's faced. Number 7 will be Gabby Cruz, who is the designated hitter, right-handed hitter. Schaefer into his line, and the first pitch, fastball swung on, fouled back, 0-1. Cruz only has 17 at-bats on the year, 2 hits in those 17, so that's a 118 batting average. Freshman catcher from Miami, but gets the half day off today as he's the DH. No balls, 1 strike pitch, fouled straight back again, 0-2. Schaefer's been pounding the strike zone early in this game, so Bryant may be changing up the game plan a little bit, attacking him early in the count to start this third inning. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Schaefer gets his sign, and the 0-2. Fouled straight back again. Pretty much 3 consecutive identical foul balls straight back to the screen from Cruz. Terps playing pretty much straight up against the freshman. Just a few games into his collegiate career. Brian Schaefer, the junior veteran. 0-2. Swinging a ground ball to third. Lee Fields throws across, and Gum gets pulled off the bag but makes the tag for the first out. A.J. Lee kind of looked to the sky after that throw. Not thrilled with it. Still got the job done, but Lee struggled at third base so far this season, which was not what the coaching staff expected. He's hit better than they thought he would, but the fielding has been a little bit of an issue. He's made 4 errors over there. That brings up Jacob Murata, 269 hitter in the 8th spot, third baseman. First pitch from Schaefer. Swung on and popped foul, so once again, Bryant goes hacking at the first pitch, fouls it off, and the count 0-1. Murata has 3 RBIs on the season, as we mentioned. He has made 5 errors in the field at third base. 0-1 squares to bunt, but it's foul again, and the count 0-2. Schaefer all around the strike zone early in this game. It's actually rather bright now here in College Park. The snow has stopped, the sun is out, but the flags in left field are whipping harder than they have all afternoon so far. As is all the paper up in the press box. 0-2 from Schaefer. Swing and a foul tip off the glove of Sierri. And the count will hold. The 9-hitter, Joe Paparelli, waits on deck. But first, something has to happen with Murata at the plate. He wags his bat a few times at Schaefer. Now the 0-2. Outside, 1-2. Top of the third inning here in College Park. No score between Maryland and Bryant. Brian Schaefer has one out here in the inning. Has a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball hard to second, but Dunn Fields throws to first in time. 2 outs. Shortstop Kevin Smith thought it was 3 outs, started running off the field. I'm not sure if Maryland does kangaroo court, but if they do, Smith's going to have to pay a fine for that one. 2 outs in the third now for the 9-hitter Joe Paparelli. Paparelli just has 9 at-bats on the season. 2 for 9, so that's a .222 average. He has driven in 2 runs. Left-handed hitter. The third baseman, A.J. Lee, comes in front of the bag thinking about a bunt. First pitch from Schaefer. That one low, 1-0. A rare first pitch miss from the junior right-hander. One ball, no strikes. Schaefer delivers. That one fouled straight back, and the count 1-1. The screen behind home plate getting a workout early in this game. Paparelli, a senior from Preston, Connecticut. 1-1. Breaking ball in for a strike, and the count 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count. Schaefer peers through his glove. 1-2. Outside, 2-2. Brian had 2 strikeouts in the first, 1 in the second, and now he's gotten consecutive groundouts to start this third inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Schaefer into his wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, inning over. Strikeout number 4 for Brian Schaefer. For Bryant, no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left in the third. End of 2.5 here in College Park. Maryland nothing, Bryant nothing on the Maryland Baseball Network. Back here in sweltering College Park, Justin Gallanty, Faye Curran along with you. The number 7 team in the country, the Maryland Terrapins, a 3-0 lead over Cal at the half. It was 2 goals from Linnea Gonzalez and 1 from the grad student, Velma Luce. Maryland will start with it here in the second half, and let's take both sides of the coin, Faye. First with Cal, if you're Shelly Onstead, down 3-0, you had 1 shot on goal in the first half. What are you telling your team in the locker room?
Yeah, I mean, it's a difficult situation to be in there. Obviously, you want to do the best you can. You're up against a really tough press that's just inviting you into the center of the field where all the turnovers are happening. And what you want to do is you want to start having these 1-2s down the line. You want to work the ball out. You don't want to start forcing passes. You saw they got a little bit desperate towards the end of the second half, the end of the first half, just smacking balls off the side of the pitch because they're just not sure what to do. You need to work together, make those sure, secure passes and work your way through the Maryland press. Drag them side to side if you can, get the height, just find a way. And you've got to keep your heads up. 3-0 isn't impossible, you know? Anything can happen.
Well, Cal looking for some offense here. Great save and then a goal. A great save in there by Sarah Holliday, and the rebound is tipped home. I couldn't quite tell who got it for Cal, but regardless, less than a minute into this second half, and they are back in the game.
And you can tell just by the celebration on the bench, they're so desperate to play well in this game. Every goal is like they've won the game. It just shows you what happens when you come up against such strong opposition. Every single small win is a massive victory for them.
Well, hopefully we will get a replay, see who scored that goal for Cal, but now they are within 2 goals again. And the question I was going to ask you was, if you're Missy Maharg, you probably couldn't have drawn up a better first half. So what do you tell the team to avoid complacency here in the second? But I think that quick goal against will probably do that for them.
I think it's a great shake-up. Sometimes you do need it. And if you know you're the stronger team going into a game, sometimes you need a bit of a, tough wake-up call.
As Maryland comes back with a goal on their end. So just like that, an answer from the Terps. And it's now 4-1. That goal looked like it was number 13, Anouk Van Asbeck. And if so, that will be her first collegiate goal.
That just shows good attitude.
Let's see it here. LePage. No, it's Kelly LePage, number 14. That is her first collegiate goal, the freshman, and it's 4-1.
Yeah, and as I was saying, it just shows such good character and such good attitude that even though you've got maybe had that shock of being a little too lax on your marking, making sure you're not tight enough in the D, and then bam, straight back in the game, you've got another goal under your belt, and that 3-goal advantage is straight back in your pocket. And that's confidence, that's maturity, that's trust in each other, and that's playing the ball to the right place.
A high lofting pass coming in from Iwanaga got knocked down and taken by Grace Balsden.
That was nice, smart play from Sophie, trying to move it on quickly, Maryland number 18. Even though her back's facing the wrong way, you still want the momentum of the game to flow. So she's just trying to pass it on, find the spaces.
Here come the Terps again. Holzbohr had a pass intercepted.
It's so physical. You can see every one-on-one, every 50-50 ball. It's brutal.
Initiating this offense will be Marissa Kutry. Kutry back to the goal scorer LePage, but she loses it and Cal takes over possession. How demoralizing is it for the Bears? I mean, you were shut out in the first half. You get your first goal in 3 games right away. You say, okay, we're back in this game. And then almost immediately, the deficit becomes 3 again.
I mean, you have to look at the kind of team you're up against, and you have to really look at yourselves and go, are we doing the best we can do on the field right now? Are we playing our best field hockey? Are we sticking to what our coach's plan is? Are we shutting out all the passes we should be? Are we intercepting? Are we pressing correctly? You have to go through every detail of the game.
Iwanaga turns it over. Here comes Emma Rissinger. Rissinger in, and a diving stop out there coming way out of her net was Corey Griswold, and a whistle blows.
And there's 2 things you can draw from that. You can see the immaturity of freshmen, and this isn't a negative. This is just what happens with the game, is that you have the goalie running out towards you and you push it straight into their pads, and what you need to do is you need to stay controlled, move the ball around them, move the goalie, then create the space, and then it's a simple finish.
Well, Maryland is going to get a penalty corner out of this.
Yeah, I mean, that's just great work, right? I think it was Line Holzbohr on that. You know, you just have to keep plugging away. You have to keep putting a stick in there, keep challenging, keeping their heads down, because the second someone's stick comes off the ball in the D, there's an opportunity for something.
Holzbohr will start things off. Here's her pass. And a shot and a diving save. Rebound out in front. Fought for another shot from Holzbohr, and then a whistle blows. The initial shot was a really nice save over there from Griswold, but now it looks like we are going to get another penalty corner.
And it looked like that could have even been for a combination play. Grace, who took the drag, she could, or it may have been Carrie, I can't quite remember, but when you're dragging to the corners and you can see this area around the P spot, you're looking for options, you're looking for people to come in and deflect the ball in the opposite direction or high, or something to put the goalkeeper off, get them low, and then really create space in other areas.
Another combination play, a shot goes wide, deflected in!
There you go.
Beautiful play, and that is Sophie Pelzer, number 18. Her first collegiate goal, the freshman from the Netherlands, makes it 5-1 Terps.